It's Friday. I'm recording this from CP headquarters. We're here here doing our weekly rally at the federal building. We do a staging ground thing here, and people come in and make signs and stuff, and got the staff in the background getting ready for the last weekend before Election Day, primary election day here in Seattle, voting on um, county stuff or voting on democracy vouchers, which is this really cool program that allows citizens to give money to candidates so they can run for office. And we're voting on mayor, which is a big deal for us because we backed somebody in the mayoral today after we were inspired by what happened in New York, in your hometown.
Yeah. I definitely want to hear once we get through all the news stuff, especially how you think this new mayor endorsement fits into where you think the Democratic Party should move, and what inspired you to pick her. I've been seeing some of your content out there. You got some
Yeah.
man on the street, she was on a subway with you. You're out here doing
Yeah,
that
we're
content. It's
chilling.
looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were hoping to bring. If you're gonna get people on social, you gotta have stuff that grabs them, and sometimes it's like headline stuff, which we'll get to some that everyone's thinking about and talking about, and they want to get different takes. And sometimes it's, if it's an elected official, you got to bring out their personality and their policy mixed together. You got to make them look like they're trustworthy to be voted for as a leader, but then also normal enough that they're relatable. And so I was trying to help her to thread that needle. Nobody is like Mom Donnie. No,
Yeah.
Mom Donnie is like the LeBron James of running for office. Okay, and still there's more that we can do to get personalities out and get the word out about candidates here in Seattle. So yeah, check that out if you haven't seen it yet. If you're watching this video and you only tune in for the Charles and Ahmed updates, take a peek at our Instagram account and look for the interview on our YouTube page too.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And honestly, there is only one Mamdani, but there's also personality. I think like there's different fits for different areas, and different, sometimes more introverted people or more technical minded people might be a better fit for a different, like I'm not from Seattle, but from what I've been in Seattle, I don't know. She seems like she could be a good candidate market
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah, she is very Seattle. It's kind of like the prototypical like NPR. It's the SNL NPR skit, like
Yes.
more soft spoken, right? A little more humble, highly intelligent and deep, but not forceful. Like that's very like Seattle.
I
Yeah.
think we need more of that, to be honest. We'll talk about that. I think we'll first,
Yeah.
yeah, first we'll
In
probably,
politics in
yeah,
general.
in politics. Like, we're going to talk about the news, talk about Epstein, the economy, but at the end, definitely want to talk about just the future of the Democratic Party and who we kind of need in office. Because there's this whole thing about, fighters and just like pontificators and bullshit artists, frankly, in my opinion, a lot of them. And it's just like, we just need realness. Like
Yeah,
if you're
that's right.
like your Seattle candidate, from what I've seen, she seems like a real person. She works a full-time job. She's doing this for public service. She's seems like a human being. Like a lot of these other people are just performers, and I don't like any. We've talked about this before. Zero performers from now on.
Yeah, the thing that I'm talking about now, because we have talked about fighters in the context of Donald Trump, which is something that we need. The thing that I think as time is going on here in this first term, and it's only been 6 months, um, we're kind of we're dialing in more distinctly what we need in a leader, and it's actually like the fighter piece is one element of it. The other piece, though, is that we need more representative leaders. We need,
Yes.
because before it was like, if you're going to run for office on the Democratic side, you have to go to law school. You got to go to law school so you can learn how to speak, how to form an argument, how to write, and then how to like make laws, right? And come to find out that like law school foundation is a part of why government is so bureaucratic, is that laws are written in these ways, and arguments are made in these ways that like favor long deliberation and really like thick impenetrable writing, et cetera. And what we're finding is that these candidates that are coming up, like the one through line and the ones that really are breaking through, one, it's their ability to communicate, right? But it's also the fact that they come from these places where regular people live, where working class people can relate to them. And that's a part of why they're able to communicate so well,
Yes.
is because they speak like regular people. It's because they live the lives of the people that they're advocating for. Like you're saying, Katie Wilson is, she's a renter. She rents a single bedroom apartment, her and her husband and her daughter. You know, she rides transit into work. She rides trains and buses to go to work. Like these are the select Seattleites um, that the laws that we're voting for right now are going to impact in the future.
Yeah.
And this is the
No.
same across the country.
No, that's spot on. And Katie, it sounds like she is a real person who actually has experienced the city from a normal person's lens, which is vital. And also, just broadly, I think you're spot on. Just that kind of representative of where they're literally representing. Like, I think
Yeah.
we created kind of carbon copies. A lot of Obama imitators. Just let me tell you about and I'm guilty of this sometimes myself when I go on these panels, But like a lot of, but like some of these people are just straight up Obama imitators, most of them.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't need to create a fake cadence; just be yourself. And I think it's about that. Just like that's why AOC is successful. That's why if
Yeah.
Katie Wilson wins, she'll be successful because if you're and Mamdani, Mamdani represents, although he represents like wasn't born here. He's like a transplant. Like that's a lot of New Yorkers at a young age.
Yep.
He is kind of a little bit of a nepo baby when it comes to like film. Like his mom's famous.
A little bit.
His
Yeah,
mom made
yeah,
a movie with Denzel Washington. Like he's and that's New York, right? A lot of nepo babies here, right? Like he's representative of the city, right? Point is, but he's also a passionate fighter for the lower class, middle class, and that's like you need that the market fit, district candidate fit. Not everything has to be so nationalized about Donald Trump, and actual ideas and actually doing it for the right reasons.